Okay, so this is one of those situations where I know that I'm wrong to a certain extent, but I'm trying to gauge exactly how wrong I am. So, I have this trigger with banging on the door. There have been times in my life where people have attempted to take my life, and that bang, I've had my door kicked in. That banging on the door has been police officers behind it. It's always been connected to something traumatic or something violent. So now, even years later, I still have that trauma trapped in my body. So when I hear a bang, bang, bang on the door, it sends my nervous system into a frenzy. Now, everybody in my family knows this. We've had these conversations. This issue keeps coming up because when my one son gets up in the morning, if somebody's in the bathroom, he'll bang on the door. We've had this conversation about how that affects me over and over and over again. And we've gotten into so many arguments about it. And we've put so much work into fixing our relationship because I lost custody of my children for 8 years because of my drug addiction. So when I got my children back, there was a lot of work that needed to be done. And this is a relationship that had a lot of turmoil. Now, I also have issues with rejection. I was given up for adoption when I was 6 months, I believe. And I don't have any answered questions about where I came from, where I was born, who adopted me, any of that. I don't even know if my adoption was legal. That's how serious it is. But I have very deep-seated issues with rejection. So when I'm addressing this issue and I'm not being heard, it bothers me on a very deep level. Now, this particular son that I'm talking about is not a child anymore. He's an adult. He's almost 20. Actually, he is 20. He's 20. And it's like challenging to navigate relationships with my older children that are adults, but they're not in a position to live on their own. And I'm geared more towards we all live together because it makes sense financially and spiritually because we have been through a lot and we've been separated from each other for a very long time and we all want to live together. But my issue is I want to live in peace. And if I feel like your lifestyle is affecting mine negatively, then we have a problem. We have a very big problem. And I tend now, at the behest of my own children, to look at how my words and my behaviors have played into any kind of altercation that happens in our family. Because basically I was hearing, you are the cause of all the arguments that start. I.e., we'll do something mindlessly, knowing that it's a trigger for you or that it's inconsiderate. You come and react explosively. You're the issue because of how you reacted. And the original behavior that this person is doing to trigger the other person or to cross the other person's boundaries or to not be considerate of the other person gets ignored constantly because the only thing that we can focus on is how the person that you wronged reacted to being wronged. And we all know this, and we all have a part to play. You were being inconsiderate and doing stuff not knowing and not caring about how it affects anyone else. Or not knowing and not caring how it affects everyone else. But you're still doing things that people have addressed with you that bother them. And you're not changing it. You're justifying it. Well, I want to get in the bathroom. How are they going to hear me? I don't know. Maybe holler their name. Well, they didn't respond. Well, then I don't know. Maybe wait. Well, I woke up 2 hours late and I need to go to the bathroom. So you don't see that you're being super ultra selfish and aggressive and it's pissing me off and I'm always supposed to be the one that's super calm, super cool, super relaxed. Hey, could you not bang on the door? Hey, do you mind not banging on the door? No, it's like what point can you cuss somebody out because they keep gut punching your boundaries? I've made a very strict boundary. Now, every time you ask me to consider your mental health, I do it. This whole family has revolved around your mental health for a very long time. And we've all the kids have gone through periods where the whole family revolved around whatever they were going through. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, just because I'm the parent in the situation doesn't mean that my mental health is any less important. When I'm telling you that something you're doing is affecting me, it needs to matter to you. Because guess whose face you're in 24 hours a day, talking about your goals, asking for favors? It's me. Guess whose body you're hanging over all the time, saying that you love me, all in my face? It's me. So if you love me, when I tell you that you're doing something that's bothering me, address it. Don't act like it's not a big deal. Don't act like I'm making everything about me. I cannot stand it when you try to address someone's behavior and then they say, well, why is everything all about you? It's really frustrating living with other people. It's frustrating to keep having to address the same issues over and over and over again. It's frustrating living with adult children that still have this childish mentality that the only thing that is important is what is important to them. You can remember all types of stuff. You can certainly remember everything I've done wrong, but you can't remember to wipe the table off or to lock the door at night or to not bang on the door because it causes me trauma. But you love me, right? Regardless of the relationship, be it my child, my boss, my friend, if you are crossing my boundaries, that needs to be addressed. And if you don't care to address it, then that's showing me that you don't value reciprocating in this relationship. I'm giving much more to you than you are giving to me because you're not even giving me consideration. The only way I know to react to that, the only way I know to respond to that is to pull back my favor in this relationship, is for me to pull back from the relationship. Because I don't like the version of me that's calling you out your name because you are crossing my boundaries and I'm triggered and I'm pissed off. And I'm also now dealing with rejection because you're not giving a care about what's important to me. And I don't like that because I do so much for you. So now I'm having to look at myself like, you need to stop overextending yourself in this relationship. When they ask you for stuff, say no. When they want to tell you about stuff, tell them you're not interested. Because I have really, throughout my life, continually overextended myself to people and not gotten the same back. And now I'm full of all this animosity and not wanting to have any more relationships because this is the type of stuff I don't want to deal with. And honestly, I don't feel like I have to. But if you choose to have family and to live together, then you do need to deal with it. But also, I have to honor my own boundaries and really step back because I don't like that person I revert back to when I feel like I'm being disrespected or rejected, not considered. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm learning to. This is, I guess, a new season of navigating the relationships with my adult children, because that level of responsibility for keeping that relationship intact, I feel like goes out the window when you are old enough to take care of yourself. You don't have to be here. It always comes back to that. Like, you don't have to be here. We're going to have to work it out. But moving forward, I've got to do better with not verbally attacking people when I feel emotionally attacked. Because it's like, I don't want to hit you, but I'm going to hit you with my words because what you're doing is hurting me and you're not understanding. And from my point of view, the only way to make you understand how I feel is to make you feel it too. So I'm not being petty. I'm making you feel what I feel because words have not worked. Nothing I've said to you in 3 years has made you stop knocking on the door in the morning. Nothing. 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 No tone that I've used, no language I've spoken, no text I have sent has changed your behavior. So now we got to find something else. Can you relate to having challenging relationships with your adult children? Let me know down in the comments. See you later. Have a great day. I love you. Peace.